This is a way different scenery than where I was yesterday. Whether it's the road or the trail, I think they're both beautiful. You just gotta get out there and see it. Welcome back, runners. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this. That truly means a lot to me. Thank you for all the subscribes, the likes, the views. Really makes me happy to see that. Today we have a 12-mile run, back on the long run. My favorite run, my favorite training run of all is the long run. And we are rocking the Puma Mad Max. I just wanted a break from the other shoes and really just wanted something bouncy, and this is probably one of the most bounciest shoes that I have in my running shoe rotation. So got a kind of gloomy gray day today. Yesterday was so beautiful. Did a trail run yesterday, but it was on a new trail, and the video was just, it wasn't really like a good structured video. It had nothing that I liked, so I didn't post it. It was just not a, it was a new park, so I was trying to get my way of the bearings, way of the land, and it just really wasn't a good video. There was no topic or anything. But today I did want to talk about long runs and personally why I love them and why they're my favorite training run of the week, of like a block. This is the reason why I love long runs, is what I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about like the changes your body goes through and all that you can probably read online and find many different videos for that, and I'm not the most trained professional to tell you about those things. But I want to talk to you about the reasons why I love the long run and why I think it's important and why I think every runner should have a long run in there. Just lacing up here. So yeah. We got some on and off drizzles today, so obviously we already have the pack. We got the rain jacket in there just in case we hit a little bit of water. We have my carbohydrate drink, which is the BPN Go One More. We got 2 precision gels, because we don't really know how long we're going to be out here for. My guess is probably close to 2. So 2 precision gels. Probably going to take those like every 30 or 40 minutes. And we're going to hit out there. We're going to knock this run out. Before we begin though, before we get into the topic of the video, if you guys aren't already subscribed, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's keep this channel growing. All right, y'all, let's go. Yo, what's up, runners? We are just over 1.5 miles in, and I wanted to start talking about the reasons why I love the long run. Before we get into this video, I did get a new GoPro, so I'm still trying to work at the settings. So excuse the video quality if it's not how it used to be. I'm still trying to work out the lighting and all that. So let's get into some of the reasons. And again, this is going to be a no structure kind of rambling video, but the reasons why I love the long run and why I think the long run is so important. So a few reasons why I love the long run is, for me, I feel like it really gives me confidence in my fitness and my endurance, knowing that I can go the distance. May not need to every day, but just knowing that once a week or twice, knowing that I can push a long run is such a empowering experience for a runner. And it really helps me, for instance, when I'm training for a half marathon and I get a 14-mile long run maybe 2 weeks before, that gives me such confidence going into the event, knowing that I could push that 14-mile, knowing I could push the 13 and a 12. It just unlocks this confidence that you never thought
you would have had in your mind. And it also plays into my personal life. No matter how much struggles or ambiguity I got to deal with, I know that I can with the long runs. I feel like for me, running helps me not just in my running journey, but just all in all in my day-to-day life. And these long runs are a big part of that. If I could push an 18, a 16, a 20, then I know whatever struggles I have going on, I can endure it. And I have the endurance to keep going. So that's a big reason why I love the long run, is it just unlocks this level of confidence and this mindset that I didn't think was possible to have. Reason two, I feel like this is the runs where I could really slow down and really think about what I want to do. So, because I'm out here for so many hours by myself, no other people, it really gives me like a different level of, if I have an event coming up, a visualization of what I want to do in that event. So I'm constantly imaging me on the trail run that I have coming up, being able to see and observe different scenarios that may occur in that run, visualizing how I want to run, what I want to wear. And sure, there might be little deviations from that plan come mile 2, come day of the event. There might be some minor deviations, but as long as I have kind of the base, and long runs help me work through that on any sort of event. All right, y'all, we're back. Had to pass a busy street and it was too noisy, and I had to put the rain jacket on. But I wanted to get into the next point of why I love the long run, and that is that I treat it as the event that I'm running. And this is as it gets closer, right? Most of my long runs are slow, easy recovery paces. Like right now, my average heart rate is in the 140, cadence in the 186, and running power 250. There's no specific time. I'm not running a specific workout right now. I fueled good in the morning. Had a good breakfast. But most of my long runs, if I do not have a long event planned, is literally just a fun long run. But let's say we have a marathon or a half marathon coming up. For that there, I will treat some of the long runs as the event themselves. So, you know, start narrowing down shoes that I want to wear, the kit that I want to wear, fueling, practice that fueling, practice the hydration. If you want to wear a vest, a belt, whatever the case may be, if you want to try something, you try it on those long runs. Whether it be toe socks, a new brand of socks, a running hat, anything, you try it on a long run. And what I like to do on those long runs is, if let's say, if my half marathon pace, I want it to be like 8:30, I'm gonna practice not the beginning miles, but more towards the end of those miles. I'm gonna push that range of 8:30 because that's what I want to train for. That's what I'm looking to do in the event. Again, day of the event, might wake up and not be able to do it, but I'm training for it nevertheless. But that's only when I have an event set. Today, the only race that I have on the calendar is a 5K trail race at the end of this month. So I'm not pushing any specific paces right now. Today, I'm just looking for a time on the feet to get the feet kind of tired, to see how it's gonna feel when I get into that marathon training block and I have to push those 20 milers. So I haven't done that for a few months. And one of my other points, and what I'm doing is I'm recording one of my points and then putting the camera down to think about how I want to articulate the next point. But this point here is, they seem daunting and intimidating at first, right? When you see a 10+ mile run. But rest assured, and this is kind of a cliche because I'm pretty sure you heard it all your life, practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the more better you get at it. I'm not gonna say long runs get easier, but I will say your body tends to adapt. You become more efficient in the running. You become more efficient in the long runs. You tend to develop this, I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but for me, I developed this love for the challenge of a long run. And I keep the minimum of one long run a week in my training, even if I don't have an event set, like a long distance event. I just think it's so super important to build and to keep building that endurance, that aerobic base, and to keep the confidence high that you still can do it. It also keeps the fitness good as well. And a little bit of tip, you have multiple things that you could do. You could either up the mileage or up the intensity. Don't do both. You do both, you're gonna put your body at risk and you're working yourself too hard. And that was my biggest mistake in the beginning of my running career, running journey, is I would, in a sense, run my long runs intense, and then I would have like maybe one day where it was low intensity and then the rest were all high. So what I do now, one day intense, the rest of the days recovery pace, easy. And what took me a minute to realize, and I realized this while I was doing the long runs, is what I thought was easy, what my watch pace was telling me was easy, I dialed it down even more than that. The long runs have helped me so much shape my running efficiency, shape my mindset, improve my fitness. It has done so much for me. And that's the big reasons why I love the long run, is I also like being out here and just exploring and just seeing what my own 2 feet can bring me. And I think that's the reasons why I love the long run so much. We're on the way back. Look at this. You'll hear me say it, and it'll get repetitive, but this is why I love running. I was never an outdoorsy person, but running helped me become more confident in being comfortable with being more outdoors. This is the reasons why I love running, and why I think everyone should try something that gets them out of their comfort zone, and something that is quote unquote hard to do. The more you do it, the more you realize how much it changes your life. Beautiful.
All right, runners, that is it, y'all. 12-mile long run in the books. Whew. It was a heavy run, I'm not gonna lie to you. I felt fresh, and I felt like it was my best run that I had in the rain pretty much ever, but it was heavy. I don't think it was heavy doing anything else besides just like, you know, it's gray, it's overcast, there wasn't a lot of people out here, so I didn't feel that energy like I usually feel out here. So not taking off the shoes because they are completely full of sand, and might have been some high tide, so I have seaweed on my shoes that I have to clean off. So we're not taking these off to show you guys. Apologize, I know I like doing that, but we are not touching these shoes right now. 12 miles, let's break down the run. 12 miles, average pace of 10 minutes per mile. So just about 2 hours to finish it, bringing this week's mileage up to 29 miles, which is really good. I'm extremely happy with that. Like very, very happy. Today we talked a lot about the long run and why I think it's important. And I was trying to think if I forgot any points, but for like any things that I wanted to talk about, but I don't think I did. And if I did, I'll definitely bring them up in another video. And I definitely want to make some more YouTube shorts about topics like this. But the long run to me is a staple piece of my training, y'all. It is the run that I love the most. It is the run that I look forward to the most. It is the run that I compare the most, right? I don't compare my 6 mile recovery run with 4 strides. I don't compare that to every week, but my long run I do compare, and I do jot down some notes, and I do jot down how I felt, the mindset, the body, how the fueling and the hydration went. I document all that because that's the run that I'm looking to improve, is that long run, right? For me, my goal in running is to build endurance and to build distance. As much as I do want to get faster, for sure, my goal is to build endurance and to get faster. That is my goal. Knowing that I could do 13 miles in less than 2 hours, then on a day like today, 12 miles takes 2 hours. I don't mind that because I set an intention today, which was time on the feet, and my feet are fatigued right now. So that's what I set. That was a little detour of the topic, but the long run to me is such an important run, and you could prove to yourself so many things on a long run that I feel like you can't do in any other sport, because there's times where you're out here for 2+ hours and there's just a lot that you got to think about, a lot that you got to do, a lot that you got to take care of, and I feel like the long run builds up that mindset to it. And that's something that I've noticed is in my personal life and in my running life and in my work life, I've gotten a lot stronger mentally because of the long run. Not just physically, I leaned out, got more physically, physically active and everything, but my long run mentally has helped me dramatically change my whole mood, my whole, not my whole personality, but it's helped me change a lot about myself doing these long runs. And that's why I respect the long runs so much. When I first started doing long runs, it was just because the mileage was big and I like to show off to people, say, yeah, I did 12 miles, 15 miles, 16 miles. Now, as I get more mature and more older into my running journey, I'm learning that the long run is so important to me. It's my taste of freedom. It's my taste of like feeling the ground and the world around me and just exploring new places. And that's one reason why I love the long run so much. But yeah, you could, the long run also prepares you for those races, prepares you for those endurance, prepares you for any lesson that you could possibly learn. The long run is going to teach you. It's an amazing, amazing training. It's an amazing, amazing workout, amazing, amazing training day. So if y'all are scared of it, it is scary. It's like climbing Mount Everest. But the more you do it, the more your body gets used to it, and the more you adapt to it, and the more you're gonna learn so much about yourself. So get out there, get those miles in, catch you on the next video. Peace out. Any questions, drop them below. Thank you. Catch you on the next video.